Hello everybody, my name is Eche Sikanku and I'm here today to talk about one of the candidates who could possibly be a vice presidential candidate for Joe Biden, the Democratic nominee for President of the United States. And you know, the dynamics have really changed over the past 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago, the idea was to get somebody who would appeal to the upper Midwest, the working class, the names that were in the permutation: Gretchen Whitmer, Stacey Abrams, Elizabeth Warren, Val Demings, and on and on. These were the names. Kamala Harris, of course. These were the names that were in the mix-up. I do think, though, that there has been a shift in terms of the factors that would probably influence the vice presidential selection. And we know that over the past couple of weeks, issues of racism has sped to the front line of the major issues dominating conversations in America, but really all across the world, because issues of racism have to do with black people really generally across the world. Even here in Ghana, we've been discussing it, and we do know that there was a memorial organized by the government and other groups. So racism major issue in the US right now, which is definitely influencing the dynamics. We still have COVID over there, but it's being downplayed now. The economy always number one. But so with regards to the issues of racism and the subjugation or the sufferings of African Americans, that has kind of influenced the race. And of who have asked the question, will that affect the choice of VP? I do think that it would factor in very, very strongly. And the point is that every selection or every event has to meet, or every selection, every event, every decision has to meet the prevailing issues of the day. And it looks like race is big. So now that that has happened, it looks like the imperative for Joe Biden to select a black candidate is greater now than before. So the black candidates in the Stacey Abrams and Kamala Harris really do have a strong case. There's also Val Demings, the congresswoman from Florida, former police chief, and so any of this will be good. I think looking at give and take, looking at what it is right now, Stacey Abrams, very energetic, very hardworking, very well qualified, very, very substantive candidate, but then her experience is not, as much as people would want. And so she would really be not too high up there. You come to Kamala Harris, I do think that all the events are playing up in favor of Kamala. She's not your out and out political campaigner who would electrify the campaign, the campaign scene, but she does have the experience, and she has the stability that Joe Biden is so much looking for. And then her work in law enforcement too. We have Val Demings, but the thing about Val is that she would have been great because she's like the middle between Kamala. She should have been great because she's from Florida and she also has experience in law and order. But the thing about Val is that she really doesn't have name recognition, and I think she's a bit dull and not too. She wouldn't really energize the base as much as you'd want. You know, although she's from Florida, so that works really good for her. But she might not bring too much electricity onto the platform. So that still leaves Joe with a very difficult decision to make. Very, very difficult decision to make, because in choosing your VP, you want to balance several things: ideological balance, regional balance, racial balance, geographic balance, and a couple of other things. So because of some of these limitations of these candidates, it actually led me to one particular candidate, and that is Michelle Obama. I think now her name has not really come up too strongly. It has in the past, and she has really or played down the possibility that she would be VP and all of that. But I do think the events of the moment kind of bring her back onto the front line of the discussions. And we know that she might turn it down, but let's just consider the possibility. Let's just consider that possibility and see how it plays out.